Okay, thank you for attending this webinar / training video. This webinar and video is intended for you to reduce the downtime for this printer and maintaining this printer. We want to make sure that you do attend or at least watch this video so that you can reduce your downtime, because if you do not attend or watch, you could be down for up to 2 to 3 days. So we want to make sure that you are not down at that amount of time. Just simply call us, or again, watch the video, or if you have any troubles, please call us, 888-944-7670. It should show on the front of the printer as far as our phone number. So yes, please call us if you have any troubles, but this video is definitely intended for you to reduce any type of downtime so that you are not down during your time for business. All right, 3 things are going to be covered in this webinar or training video. First, adding a paper. Second, adding a toner. And third, dealing with paper jam. First thing of adding paper, you want to simply open up the paper tray. You can add up to 50 pages, 500 sheets of full ream of paper. Just insert it into the paper tray, lay it down flat in the back, lay it down flat in the front, and close the tray. Now, we want to make sure in paper tray that you notice this one thing. In the back of the paper tray, there's a gray rectangle with a green lever on the back. Do not move or touch that gray rectangle or a green lever. If you do, you have ghost paper jams, and you have no clue why or where. So please be aware of that. Make sure everybody in the office knows. So again, just go ahead and insert the paper in the paper tray. No more than a full ream anymore, and then it'll cause paper jams. The next thing we're going to talk about is adding toner. So to add toner, you simply go over to the right side of the printer, and you're going to see a gray button you can push. Push the gray button, and it opens up the front cover. Open up the cover from the front, pull it down. You can see this large green handle by the that's in the center there. Grab it by the ridge area in the center and pull the entire unit out, pulling drum and toner out. Please put it on the table. Do not put it anywhere else. I'm putting it on the glass only for video purposes only. And then to remove the toner cartridge, you're going to pull this small green lever downwards and then push it down to release the cartridge. It pops out, and you're going to grab the green handle by the ridge area, not by the ridge area, it'll break the toner. You grab it to the right of the ridge area and pull the toner straight out, and it removes the toner. Now to put the toner back in, you're going to see 2 yellow dots on each side of the toner cartridge, and you see 4 yellow dots on each side of the drum. Right, the yellow dots on the toner go right in between the yellow dots on the drum. Insert it straight in. Make sure it's straight in, not angled up, left, or down or right. Push it all the way and make sure it's all the way in, and push down. Bring up the small green lever and lift up and lock it all the way in place. Now, when you put the toner and drum back in, before you do that, you're going to make sure you notice the caution label, the 2 yellow triangles to the right. There's going to be 4 metal pins. Those 4 metal pins are extremely sensitive. Do not touch, bend, or break them. If you do, you'll break the printer. So when you put the drum and toner back in, you're going to lower the front end and insert a right hand in. You hear a ka-chunk when it goes in, and it's all the way in. And you close the cover. Make sure it goes all the way closed on both sides. If you are not careful of those 4 metal pins, you will be down, and then we have to send a tech out. You might be down for a couple days because of the availability of the part or the tech himself. This part of the video talks about dealing with paper jams. Now, the first place we want to talk about is the auto document feeder. You don't want to add staples, paper clips, or paper sticky notes through, because that'll cause paper jams, and it is sometimes very much difficult to get into dealing with removing those things from the printer, and your printer may be down for a few days because we have to send a tech out to remove those things from the printer. So if you could please make sure that you do not put staples, paper clips, or sticky notes through. If there's any paper jams at all in the auto document feeder, there's a cover with a lever in the middle. Lift up the lever and bring up the entire cover. Then you can remove the paper jams. Then once you remove it, go ahead and close the front, the ADF cover right there, and make sure both sides are closed. The next section is where the paper tray is. If you remove the paper tray, or if you just take the paper tray and look underneath, actually you can remove the paper tray, look underneath the printer, and you can see if there's any paper stuck in the top portion, up in the upper portion on the inside, or if there's any paper stuck in the paper tray. If you do have it, go ahead and remove the paper and then put the paper tray back in and close the paper tray. Also, there's another section where paper jam can occur, and that's where the drum is, the drum and toner. So you're going to go over to the front, or to the right side of the printer, and you're going to see that gray button. Push that gray button firmly, and it's going to pop open the front cover. And then you're going to reach inside the printer and open up the front cover and bring out the toner and drum as we've spoken before. Grab by the green handle by the rich area in the center and bring out the entire drum and toner. You're going to see a blue lever labeled B. You want to lift up on that blue lever and see if there's any paper gems in there, even this tiny piece of paper, because that can cause major problems. So you make sure to see if there's any other paper gem there. Remove it and then bring down the lever. And then you can put the drum and toner back in, remembering to lower the front end downward so you miss those 4 middle pins. Otherwise, you break the drum and break those pins and break the printer. So you want to miss those 4 middle pins and then slide the drum right on in, straight in. And you hear a click when it goes in. And once you hear that, go ahead and close the front cover and make sure both sides are closed. Then we're going to talk about the rear of the side of the printer, and that's where the last section where jam can occur. You're going to lift the gray lever at the top, lift it up, and bring it down. You're going to see 2 gray reserves at the left and right, bottom left and right. Lift those up. Make sure both are lifted up. Grab the loopholes with your fingers and pull the entire fusion unit. And you're going to look inside the printer and see if there's any paper jams in there. Remove it and make sure the small, tiny piece of paper are removed. When it comes to dealing with the paper jams in the fusing unit, if there's any paper jams in the fusing unit, you want to make sure that you bring down the green levers on the right-hand side in the back where the loopholes are at, and bring it down. Okay, and that'll loosen up the paper so that you can remove the paper jam. There's a blue lever you can lift up. That's where the top paper jam can occur, and you see some paper in there that you can clear. And then bring that lever down so it's once it's removed. Also in the front, there's other paper jams you can remove. Make sure that you do not put any letter openers or anything sharp inside. You can damage the roller inside. And also, on the left-hand side, on the front, you'll see a gear. You can move the gear forward or backward that you can help pull those paper jams from the front to the back. Once you're finished removing the paper jams, lift up the green handle up again, and then you can grab the loopholes and put it back in the back of the printer, making sure the tabs are the yellow tabs are aligned with the slots. Push it right on in, make sure that they slide down and in. Make sure the bottom is completely in. Make sure and the 2 gray levers are down, and then close the rear cover and make sure both sides are closed. That ends the dealing with paper jams. Thank you very much.